Hello dear friends, welcome to the class. In this class we'll be learning how to draw a simple floor plan, and we'll be covering making a paper space, making a walls, making a doors, making windows, setting the dimension style, setting the textiles, putting up the dimensions, and writing the text. Also we'll be learning how to put the furniture blocks. So let us start. The first step will be how to make the paper space. Now first, to make the paper space, what we will do is that we'll add all the x-axis and we'll make the calculation of it. And since we'll be making this on a A3 paper size, so whatever will be the addition, we'll be dividing by 420, because A3 paper size is 420 by 297. So it has come 13200. We will divide by 420 because we are making an A3 paper size, and it has come 31. So we'll take a round figure of 50. So we will assume that the scale is 50. Now we'll just make a paper set that by putting the command mv setup. Now in this we'll put the metric and we'll put the scale factor as 50, and then the paper size is 420 and 297. So this is our paper space is ready, and now we are ready to make a drawing in it. So let us start by making the walls. We'll first create we have already created the layers for the wall, and we'll start making the walls. So one by one, first we'll make a L so that we can start from one corner. We are giving the offset of 150 as a wall, and then going to the next corner. Now the next corner is the next corner is 3600. So this is the first row and offset of 150. Then making a washroom, that is a 1150. So we'll make an offset of 1150, then a wall offset of 150. Similarly, a bath of 1550. Exactly. Similarly, going to the next one, that is 2400. This is a bedroom, and we are taking here offset of 150, and in some cases it can be a 200. It all depends. And making a drawing hall, that is a living hall, that is a 4500. All the dimensions are in mm here, that means it is 4.4 meter. Now this point I'll just extend and I will just trim it, and I'll trim all the unwanted part. Now let us make the vertical walls, that is the first at a distance of 3 meters, giving an offset of 150, and then again making an offset of 3 meter and offset of 150. I'll extend it, and I just don't, from this point to this point I'll extend the line. So this is this point, so it's this point. I'll just extend all the lines, and rest of the line I'll trim it. So I'll just trim the unwanted parts which is not required. For trimming you can use TR double enter, and then you can select the unwanted parts. So let me make few corrections, like for example this line will go and extend till this point, you can see it, and then we have this point as a 1900, so I'll give first point is 1900 and this will go and extend till this point. And you can give offset of wall, that is 150, and you can see that there is no wall in corridor, so all these lines can be trimmed. So this is how we have made the corridor. And now let us make something which is given in the drawing. So I'll just make this wall delete, and because it's going to the bathroom, plus I'll just delete, rather I'll trim all the unwanted lines which is in the wall. You can use it with TR, double enter, and select the lines which you don't want it. So all this can be trimmed, because this is going to help you to put a nice hatch at the end. So this is how our wall is ready, and you can just put it in the center. Now let us make the doors. Now there are different ways of making the doors, and let us do one thing. I'll take it from the wall as 100, and then I'll give the offset of 900. Then I'll trim the wall and I'll make the circle from this point to this point, and then from between these two lines I'll trim this part of the circle, and from this 2 point I'll cut these 2 lines. So this is how my basic doors are ready. Now to make the doors on another side, what I'm going to do is that you can see the door can come on another side, but you can see that bedroom door can be taken as a mirror. So before making mirror, I'll just make a center line in the wall. That is, if the wall is 150, I'll give an offset of 75, and then I'll go and make a mirror, MI enter, and then this is a mirror line. So trim it, and this is my door is ready on the bedroom 2. Now let us make the doors on the bath. That is, I'll make one line from this point to this point, and then make a mirror of this door from this line, and this part can be trimmed later on. I'll erase this line. So this door is also ready. Let us make the door on a other side, or there is a living side. We'll make the door on other side. For that, what I'm going to do is that let us make the bathroom first. I'll take a offset. I'll just check the distance first. I'll take an offset of 1500, that is a 1.5 meter, and then make a small wall of a thickness of 150 or 120, trimming those 2 ends. And now this wall is ready to make a door. I'll give an offset of 3 and again offset of 800. Usually doors of bathrooms are little smaller, and then trimming from these 2 points, and then trim these 2 lines. So the bathroom door is also ready, and now I can make a door of bath. So let us, you can even also copy it, but I prefer making it because so that you can see how I'm making the door. So let us make the door of bath. For that, I'll just make a offset of 100 and then offset of 900, trimming these 2 lines, and make a door circle from 1 point to 1 point. Now selection 1, selection 2, enter, and selection. So this is how the door is ready. Let us make the living door. Now these distance have not been given, so I can just assume it Let me take a distance of 900 or 1500. Let us check it. Oh, it seems to be a little bigger, but it's okay. And I'll give an offset of 900. So this is the partition where the door is going to come. So let us make the door. So the door is ready, and the living door is also ready. Now let us make one door in this bedroom. So I'll give an offset of from this line. Initially I prefer that you should try to make the doors, don't try to copy it, because it helps you to be very good in using the mouse, and you become a little bit faster. So let me trim this 2 lines and then making a circle. Now I believe that the position of the door is not right, it has to be in the corner, but since we are seeing the drawing, so we'll just make the way it is there in the drawing. Okay, now what else? In the kitchen you will see that there is no wall actually, so I'll just remove these 2 lines and I'll try to keep it one line, which shows that the kitchen is basically open from one end. So this is all. We have finished the making of all the doors, and we'll start making the windows on all the walls. And windows, there are different windows, you can see it, and you can copy it and you can mirror it, and you can even make a block of it. So let us start from this corner window. I'll just give a small offset of 100 and then offset of 1500, and then make a line. This is a glass actually, and then also you can just give an offset of 25, which will be making a frame. So this is how you have made a long window. Now this window which you have made, you can actually mirror it on the side. So I'll just make a small offset of, take a mirror of this line from this midpoint, so you can see the window has come on other side of the room. Let us make the mirror window for this bathroom, which will be very small. I'll make it a offset of 300 on both the sides, assuming that the window is 600, then making a frame. Usually this represents the glass, and then I'll put it in the frame. Similarly, we forgot to make the frame on this side, so I'll just make the frame. So this completes the frame with the glass. Let us check the distance. You can see it's coming 600. It is a 0.6 meter. That is fine. And now let us see. We'll just check our image. In this image, yeah, there is a window in the bedroom, and that window can be copied this from this midpoint to this midpoint. Now since it is 600, I'll just extend 200 on this side and 200 on other side. So I have used extend command. I have used the stretch command, S enter, and now you can see that the drawing has become 1000. Dimension has become 1000, exactly 1 meter of window. I'll just copy this window over here on this side, and also just have a look at how I make a mirror at 45 degree. I'll just mirror it, and then I'll take this line as a mirror line, so you can see how the window has come on another side. I'll just check the position of the mirror. Position of the window. There are 2 windows over here. I'll just copy it, and another 2 windows on other side. Okay, so this part is over. These 2 windows can be taken as mirror, So I'll copy it, I'll select it, I'll take this as a mirror line, and so this window has come. This I'll copy it on another side randomly. I'll take it from this midpoint to this midpoint. This I can mirror it. Just see how I'm making a mirror. I'll just select, enter, and I'm taking this as a mirror point. You can see how it has become. So this is how we have completed almost all the windows in the drawings. And now we can do one thing. We can just put up the layers, because we actually make the layers for the wall, and now we can layer it for the windows and the doors. I'll just position this window at suitable position, that is 500 from this wall. You can see that it is around 500 from this wall. So this is how we have completed the, just let me finish it by taking a mirror of this window on another side, and I think it's all complete. All the mirror been used and all the windows have been made. Yeah, now we can do one thing. We can just give a layers for this wall and windows and door. Let me make a layer for the doors. I'll just give some bright color which can be easily seen on the screen. Also I'll give some bright color for the window. Let us take this magenta, looks good. And now I'll just take the door. I'll make one small line. This is the easiest way. And then I'll use a command MA, that is match property. I'll select it, and then I'll select where I want to apply the same colors. So again MA, enter, selection 1, and you can see how I'm changing the colors. Rather, I'm making a layers for the doors. So all the doors have been made in a particular color, that is yellow, and let us make the same way our windows. So this is how I'm changing the colors for the windows. I'll just make one line, and I'll just match property, MA, enter, and select the destination where I want. Right now I'm just selecting all the windows selection so that it can be selected very fast. This is how, that's how. So all the windows have been complete. I'll just erase it. Now just see, if I just close the window layers, you can see all the windows have been removed. Now all the doors have been removed. I'll just bring it back. So this is how we have completed the doors and the window. Let us make now some of the setting for the dimensions, but before that I'll just make one layer for the dimensions, so that when I layer the dimension, it is going to come in that color. So I'll select some, let us select the red color. So now my dimensions are going to come in red, but before that we'll just make a setting for the dimension style and the text style. Now I'll just go to the dimension style, go to modify, go to lines, and I'll just give something which is closer to the scale. My scale was 50, so I'll just give double of it, 100. Offset this also I'll make 100. This I'll make it 100. Always remember, whatever is the scale, you'll try to give everything double. You'll start from that. And height also I'll give 100. And this is a text about the dimension line. I'll give this as 50. And here in the primary unit I'll just make a round figure of 0, and in the suffix I'll just put millimeter, because all the dimensions are in millimeter. I think, let me check it how it's coming. Okay, now just we'll start by putting up the dimensions. We'll start with linear, and you can see that dimension is coming a bit smaller, and also I'll just change its unit to millimeter actually. So I'll give a millimeter, and this size I'll increase a little bit bigger. That is format, dimension, style, modify. You have a text, I'll make it 150. Okay, set current, close. Yeah, this looks good. Dimension, linear, selection 1, selection 2, and now I can start using it by continuing and completing the dimensions. You can go to the continue and you can select the next junction till where you want a dimension. Similarly, we can make it for the vertical line, selection 1, selection 2, and continuing and selecting the other end. Let us finish with this dimension, another end of horizontal line, selection 1, continue, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 and 7, and other side of living hall, that is around from this point to this point, it is around 6150. So this is how we have completed the dimensions, and we will just give the colors are fine, and just see if I close the dimension line, the layers are off. I'll bring it back the dimensions. So this is how we have completed the drawing with respect to dimension. Now let us put the text. For the text, what I'm going to do is that I'll start with any one end and I'll not write the complete text. I'll go to the text command and I'm just going to write alphabet A, and then that alphabet I'm going to copy in all the rooms and then I will edit them. First, let us make the layer of text. Let's give the green color. Okay, and I'll go to the text. I'll just take the layer of text, text, enter. Starting from this point, height, I'll just take it, I can just make a small selection on the top randomly, which will take the height of text. I'll give 200, and I'll just write the alphabet A. And now this alphabet A I'm going to copy in all the rooms. 1, 2, 3, 4. So this will just help me to edit the names, and 1 here. Now I can use the command ed, enter, and then select, and then now I can change it by the other name. I'll just change all of them. Exactly. Bedroom 2. This is bedroom 1. This is toilet. This is, let me check it. Yeah, this is bath, and then you have a bedroom beside it. So bath. This is bedroom, and this is a living room. Just move the text at some correct position, and this is how you have just you have one corridor. So I'll just copy this on the top and I'll just edit it with corridor. So this is how your plan is ready with the dimensions, doors, windows and text. Now let us put some furniture blocks. So I'll just first let me give the name heading for this plane. I'll just write it and I can scale it 3 times. It's a floor plan. So this is how we have completed the whole. Now let us put some blocks, furniture blocks. So for that I have another drawing where I have some of the furnitures which is already present with me, and I'm going to use it from one drawing to another drawing. So I'm just copied it. I'll go to my drawing and I'll just paste it. That's it. Very easy. You should have some good blocks. Make a list of good blocks and then you can copy it and paste it from one drawing to another drawing. This is okay. Let's put some. That seems to be a small bedroom, so probably we'll make some adjustment in our block. So let me check if I have some single beds out here. This looks small. I'll just copy this. I'll just paste it over here, and still you can see it's a bit bigger, so I can actually scale it. So I'll just put it here. SC. I'll just erase this part, maybe just check it how it will come out to be good. Moving from this point to this point, it doesn't look good enough because it loses its symmetry. So I'll just bring it back and I'll just try to scale it a bit, or let us check it by revolving into some other directions. Yeah, this looks good, and I'll just make the door size little small. Let me see it. So let us, you will take it from here. Yeah, this looks good now, and also we can, I will just stretch it, that is S enter, and bring the doors into a corner position. Now we'll just design bit of living room. For the living room I'll just take one sitting. Let us see, let me check. Yeah, this looks good. Okay, yeah, this looks good. I'll just copy it and going to the drawing where you want to put this blocks, I'm just going to say paste. I'll make some adjustment before I put it to the main living room. I'll just put it in this way, and then I'll just try to make a suitable position. take a mirror of it so that it makes a larger place for sitting. Just take a small rectangle, I'll move it into my place. You can see that it's coming almost equal. Probably I'll take this little bit closer to the main so that I get a space behind for the dining, and I'll just move it over here. We don't, yeah, that's good. You don't need this sofa. So this is that living room. So what I'm going to do is that I'm going to insert a dining table now. I hope it's been there in the block. Let's say, okay, this is good. So even if they want to make it for 8 numbers or anyone, it all depends on them. This is good, and then I'll just going to paste it in the dining area. Now little problem is coming as far as scale is concerned, so I'll just remove this part of table so that this can be adjusted behind. So this is all about adjustment. You need a time, you need a little bit discussion, little bit paper workout. I'll just adjust bit of it. Yeah, I'll just remove this table, not required. Now you can see that I have made a little bit space behind, and I can take this table behind and check if it can be fit into. That's fine. We'll do a little bit adjustment. I'll take the complete set little bit closer to the door. Yeah, that's good. So now we have a space behind, and we'll just make it in the center. Yeah, so now let us put some furniture in the kitchen, but I don't think so I have anything related to the kitchen. So for that, let me see. Yeah, before kitchen, let us put the fixtures for the bathrooms and those toilet. Yes, yeah. So now we'll just try to put these two things which I copied from my blocks, and I'll try to adjust over here. Let me check its size. It's quite bigger. I'll just scale it. I just need to be around 650 or 700 maximum. Yeah, you can see it's coming very big. I need around 30% less. I'll just scale it and then rotate, and I'll just put it to some suitable position. That's it. Okay. Similarly for bath, I'll just put this sink, which is coming right now 1291, which is quite big actually. I'll just scale it. Yeah, that looks good, and I'll just put it into over in a bath. I'll rotate it and just move it a little bit back, and this is how we have completed fixtures for the bathroom and toilet. So this looks good. Let us put some of the furniture blocks for kitchen. I don't think so I have blocks for the kitchen. If not, we can make it manually. I mean, we'll just assume it and we can make a something like just like a table or something. I don't think so I have it here, so it's better to make it. Let me see it. So I'm just making a line. It's a polyline, and I'll make an offset of, let's say, 600. It's coming too much. I'll not make a C type, I'll just make a L type, and I'll make an offset of 500 instead. Yeah, that looks good. And just trim it, and this is how we have just made all our floor plan. I hope you have liked the practical. If you have any comment, please do ask, and thank you for joining the class. Have a good day.